I thought I'd make a little Q&A video from the questions I've gotten in from the comments section. I've really already answered them in the comments section, but figured I'd compile them into a video. Andrew wanted to know why I removed the lower leaves when I took a tomato cutting. This could give it more energy to devote to developing roots. And you can actually plant more of it into the soil when you transplant it into a pot. The other question was, how long does it take to form roots? It can take about a week or two. Andrew also wanted to know what state I'm in. I'm living in Florida. Godless Granny wanted to know how long my growing season was. Because of my mild winters, I can grow pretty much all year round, though there are some differences as to what I can grow at what time of year. For instance, I'm in my fall or winter season, which allows me to grow things that would normally be grown up north during the summer. This season is usually between late October to early March. As for the mangoes, they didn't survive, but I'm not going to stop trying. I broke up the weeds in this bed and turned them into mulch. Mark Caesar wanted to know if this would cause the same weeds to grow in this bed. It can, though chances are the seeds had already dropped and I would have the same weeds in here anyway. But you can see I am getting sprouts of what's probably the weeds from last time in this bed again. I can pretty well keep up with them as long as I just keep picking at them. Purple Rhymes with Orange had a few questions. The first of which involved the Biden's Alba video. I mentioned that Biden's Alba was a hyperaccumulator, being able to take up heavy metals from soil, particularly copper. They wanted to know what to do with the plant after they've taken up the heavy metals. Obviously you can't mulch or compost them, since that would just return them back to the soil. What you want to do is throw them away. The question reminded me of another issue of certain herbicide contaminations that can occur in the garden. This can occur through straw brought in as mulch or from manure. These herbicides have been reportedly not breaking down and lasting for years in the soil. They're used because they're safe for human and animal consumption. So one way to deal with it is to plant corn, since it's a grass which is not affected by the herbicide. The corn will help soak up the herbicides, and then you just throw away the corn afterwards. The next question from Purple, so she thought it required high heat to kill weed seeds as one of the points of composting. While it is true that you can compost this way, you can kill seeds and even pathogens if you have high enough heat for long enough. However, this isn't really necessary. If you just pile up your yard waste and let it sit, you'll end up with compost. This is a cold compost, or lazy composting. The benefits of this is that it's a lot less labor intensive. You don't have to keep turning the compost and maintaining the heat. The downside is it takes a lot longer, and obviously you're not going to be killing weed seeds or any pathogens in the pile. Third question from Purple is that she thought monarchs only feed on milkweed. This is true of the caterpillars, but not so of the butterflies. They'll feed on a variety of flowers. From one of my garden tours, Crystal asked what this was. It's called masuba, also referred to as Japanese parsley. It has a number of other names as well. It doesn't really have much of a taste to it by itself, so I'd like to add it to soups to kind of bulk things up. It has about 200 milligrams more potassium than banana per 100 grams, and about half the amount of calcium when compared to a broccoli. Thank you for your questions. Keep asking them. I'd like to do another one of these sometime. And